Welcome back to our Inside Success Stories. I'm here with Mr. DeRay Davis.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm good, man. Good to be out here.
Great. How was your flight?
It was nice. I slept most of it, but it's cool.
Perfect. We have US meets the UK behind the scenes of the You Got Jokes comedy show. We outside represent. Okay, so guys, I'm here today to give a quick discussion about the recession in the UK economy. Are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me. I want to know all about it.
Okay, so guys, my first question to you, Mr. DeRay, is how has your journey so far in the industry that you're in impacted your life so far? And what are the positives and the negatives you've drawn out for it? If you could name...
That's a lot.
Okay, let's name your first top two from the positives and the negatives.
Pretty vague in that. I'll say whatever people do in life, no matter what you do, if there's no, if everything's a smooth road, then you won't be as appreciative when you finally get to where you need to be at. So the top two positives are that there never should be two top negatives.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The positive is that I'm doing something I love, I'm doing something people love, and having a good time doing it while still healing and giving out, I'll say, some medicine that you can't go to the doctor and really get prescribed. So it's pretty cool. I don't want to never say that there's some negative to it. There's going to be downsides to everything you do, but entertainment, you got to remember, it's truly not a team sport. So you're in it for yourself. So you need to start rooting yourself. I would say if you're getting into entertainment, rooting yourself into your family and really being supported by people that support you no matter how good or bad you do. So no matter how you feel, they're uplifting you and your situation. So a lot of stuff that we deem or think is negative is truly not, because if you talk to someone else, there's always someone doing worse than you or someone's further from their dream than you are. And if you happen to be one of the people that no longer dreaming, but you woke up living your dream and your eyes open while you're living this thing that you thought about before it manifested, you should be happy. You should be excited regardless. So there's no really downside. Especially it's comedy too.
Okay.
So if I sit here and cry, that's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad for everybody.
Exactly.
And my mother, if I just turn into this, it was second grade. He said he was my uncle. That would be weird.
Not the comedy show we were expecting.
Oh, yeah.
So obviously we're a youth enterprise. There are a lot of young people looking to find the people who we can look up to and get that inspiration from. So how long has your journey spanned for? How many years?
Well, I started in 1922. It was a little,
right, 1922.
That's what it feels like. What exactly, your questions, you want to know, what would inspire somebody to get into this business, or you're saying just as business as a whole? Because that's what I was taking it as. But this journey, I think it's really not over. So I really don't put a clock on my time. If you look up my age, it's probably 15 different ages that pop up.
You don't look older than a day of 25.
Oh, thank you. Such a good liar. And to be lied to is beautiful too. And you'll get lied to a lot in this business. No, I'm kidding. But I think it's more about the inspiration needs to come from within you. Know your strengths. I'm not saying that you should recognize your weaknesses as something you can't change, but always know your strengths, because you'll pull from that. If you look at anything, and I said this is a me thing, it's not a team sport, but if you are the point guard in your mind, you are the person navigating everything around you, then everything, every body part, everything, your me becomes a team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just remember, your strongest point, that's your healthiest point, and that's the part. We all go to the LeBron. That'll be your LeBron. Whatever your strongest thing is you do, that's who you pass the ball to, that's who you pass your energy to, that's who you pass things off initially. If you feel like that can't really make a play, then you look to assist within the game, to your other strengths and the other things you do. So if that makes sense at all.
Perfect. Well, this should have been my first question, but I was just so excited to get into it. But give us a bit of story about your background, how you've come about to where you are now.
Started comedy a long time ago, but I actually saw it first. So I'm one of the few comedians that just saw it live. I had never saw it on TV. I didn't do my research until years later when I was like, oh, this is a real thing. But I was in Chicago, then I got discovered. I went to Jamie Foxx's Laugh-A-Palooza in Atlanta. And from then I got a manager who took me to LA, and I got an agent. It's pretty fast. At the same time, I was in a comedy contest. So I have a different story than a lot of comics. I didn't sleep in my car. I didn't have none of those. I knew what I wanted to do. I was on the move. I was funny from the first, because I knew that I had no choice if I wanted to eat. But as I said before, the journey's not over, but it's been exciting, man. Barbershop being one of my first movies, and everybody that was in that. So that that lit a fuse for
one
like.
of my favorite movies.
Thank you. That lit a fuse for me being able to be in a movie and being able to freestyle my way through a film, and knowing that directors like Tim Story, who's great, would give you leniency within the script to just have fun. So.
And let's end this interview on just a little inspirational note. What is your one piece of advice for the young people watching who might even want to get just behind the camera in general? How would you go about giving them your best tip to success?
Oh my God, anytime I do this, I feel bad because let's say someone watches just this part and they do that thing and that thing don't work, and then they stalk me for the rest of their lives. DeRay said to do this.
He's the one who's got my
I always tell people
downfall.
to be themselves no matter what you do.
Yeah.
Be yourself and be comfortable within being yourself. That'll stop you from doing a lot of stuff. Think about the things that you just doubt. I don't want to drink this, or I don't want to be in this situation that people coax you into, but it's your initial instincts that got you where you are in the first place. So I would say be yourself, because you don't want to wake up one day successful and you don't recognize who you are. You know what I mean? Then you have to reintroduce yourself, to yourself. It's just always this comfort in being you. As far as entertainment goes, I'll tell people just be patient. Don't give up on yourself so fast. And there's so many avenues now, from TikTok to Instagram to TV. To your own shows. Your telephone alone is your channel. So no one could ever really tell you no. You know what I'm saying? So push as far as you can as far as that goes. And when you get discovered, as far as they say you've been discovered, you already know what your path is, because you've discovered you long before someone told you who you are. You've already watered your seed and your talent. You've already inspired yourself. So by the time they come, it's like, yeah, I've been a rose and nice to meet you. Don't get cut by the thorns.
Well, thank you so much, Mr.
I said a whole lot of nothing this whole time, but when you review it and you see what I'm very,
Yeah, you got some good points with that.
I'm very I don't have the direct, what you should do, the way this works. I'm not a CFP.
The instruction manual, the DeRay Davis instruction manual.
Mine's is more like in the water.
Just go.
I like to call it underwater clouds. This is what I like to call it.
I like
my
that,
thought
underwater
process.
clouds.
They don't really go together, but you can see it.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Mr. DeRay. I hope you enjoy the show tonight and you're ready to perform.
I'm never ready, but I'm always prepared.
Perfect. Thank you so much, guys, and we're ready for the next interview.